physical.
How do we remember the names of 7 layers? Actually?
Sir, all people seem
Hmm.
to need data processing.
Yes, correct. All people seem to need data processing. So A for application layer, right? P for presentation layer,
Yes, sir.
session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Right? All people seem to need data processing. Right. So what is the job of application layer, Rufi?
Yes, sir.
What is the job of application layer?
But to provide protocols of the software and to send receive information.
Application layer क्या करता है? Rian, you tell me.
It interacts with the users, such as browser, Mozilla
Hmm.
Firefox, जैसा हमारा Google Chrome है.
Hmm. Yeah, so application layer interacts with the browser. It's a layer which interacts with the browser. That is application layer. Okay, interacts with the browser. So any software which interacts with the browser is called as application layer. It can be email software, it can be browser. So the user knows only application layer. It doesn't know anything beyond the application layer. Okay. All right. Then next is presentation layer. What is the job of presentation layer? Yes, Meenal.
Sir, the presentation layer performs operations such as encrypting and decrypting the data,
Hmm.
and it also compresses the data while sending it.
Okay. What is encryption, decryption, Rufi? Yeah, Rufi. What is encryption, decryption? Disconnected. Rian, you tell me what is encryption, decryption?
So encryption is locking of
Hmm?
data. मतलब वो एक password lock जैसा होता है, lock कर देते हैं data को. Decryption मतलब उसको unlock करना, उसको ये open करना. जैसा हम encryption में 4 letters आगे जैसा आपने example दिया
And
था.
that was an example, yes.
Yes. To hide, encrypt is to hide. ना?
Hmm. Encryption is to make it garbled so that you will
Not guess.
you will not know what it is, right?
हाँ.
Hmm. So that the people who have access to the information will not know what is there inside. That is encryption. Decryption is the opposite of that encryption, correct?
तो सर encrypted मतलब lock भी होता है क्या? नहीं होता है क्या सर?
Hmm?
Encrypted मतलब उसको हम locking the data नहीं बोल सकते.
Encoding the data. You can say it's encoding the data. Encryption means encoding the data. Encryption is encoding the data. Okay, then where is this Rufi gone now? Okay, the next layer is session layer. What is the job of session layer, Minal?
Sir, it makes the connection with the receiver
Hmm.
and it collects the information.
Hmm.
Okay, and like IP address and port number, which is from one source to the other source, like the source and the destination.
Hmm. So IP address and port number, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So IP address and port number, correct? So these are the, just a second. Hello. So session layer will establish the connection, right? The main job of session layer is to establish the connection with the receiver.
Yes, sir.
That is the main job. Okay.
Between sender and receiver, sir. Isn't
Between,
it?
yeah, between sender and receiver. So connection information means what? Sender IP, destination IP, sender port number, receiver port number. That is the thing, correct?
Yes.
Like when Rufi's dad is calling me, just a second.
जियो एयरटेल दोनों चलता है एरिया में।
हेलो,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. नेक्स्ट लेयर क्या अपना सेशन लेयर हो गया, राइट? देन व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट लेयर? ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर. व्हाट द ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर इज गोइंग टू डू?
Break the message into small units.
Small units called as
Segments.
segments. What is the benefit of breaking the message into small segments? Meenal, can you tell me?
Yes, sir. If we break the messages into small segment, it is easy for the transmission as it is faster. The
How it is
load,
faster? How it will be
small,
faster?
okay. It can be sent because it has less load, so it can be transmitted faster.
Huh.
Secondly, different routes can be used, and also if we are sending if we are transporting the message, and if one particular segment has failed, only that segment needs to be retransmitted and not the entire message.
Yes, very good. Correct. That's right. Right. Absolutely. That only there are two things. One is that alternate routes can be used. If you break the message into small pieces called segment, then we can use alternate routes. Like some segments can be sent from one route and some from the other routes,
Yes.
right? So that is called as load balancing. Okay. And secondly is retransmissions of message will be avoided. Why? Because if you break the message into say 20 pieces, so it's quite possible that only
One or two will return.
one or two will return, rest all will go.
Rest all will reach. That is true.
Right. So only those one or two only we have to retransmit. That is the only thing required. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is what we can say about the segmentation part. So within the segment header, what do we have? Rian, can you tell me inside segment header what information is there in the segment header?
Segment header.
Hmm. Segment header में क्या information होगा?
Source port number and destination port number.
Source port number and
Destination port number.
source and destination port number. Correct. So basically it has application information. उसमें application information होगी, right?
जी सर.
Yes.
Source port number and destination port number. Application information will be there. Then very correct. उसमें application information होगी, right?
Okay, sir.
Right. So the job of transport layer is application connectivity. Application ये transport layer का main जो usage है that is application connectivity, end-to-end connectivity, right? So that's why it is putting the what you say port information into the headers. So what you get is a port information in the headers. So that is the main job of this application layer. Sorry, transport layer. So as you know that the sender is doing one task, the receiver will do transport layer. What it will do? The opposite task. What is the opposite task? It will.
पहले encrypt होगा फिर decrypt होगा.
हाँ. With regards to transport layer, what will happen? The sender transport layer is dividing the message in small segments. The receiver transport layer, what it will do?
It will decrypt the layer into small.
Decrypt कैसे करेगा?
तो वो receive करेगा ना.
अरे मेरे भाई. हाँ, मीनल बोलो क्या करेगा रिसीवर ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर?
Sir, it will rejoin or assemble back the segments.
हाँ.
क्या करेगा?
It will rejoin the segments ना into message again.
Yes.
Pro में एक साथ join कर देगा.
हाँ.
जो हमने तोड़ के भेजा है वो join कर देगा.
Yes, what it is broken into pieces. Now it is going to
Yes,
join
yes.
it and make it a single message again.
Yes, sir.
Getting? So that is the benefit. All right. Okay. Now, the next layer is, after transport layer comes the network layer. What the network layer is going to do?
Encapsulates the segments into packets.
Yes, Meenal.
Sir, it encapsulates the segment into packets.
Encapsulation means what? What do you mean by encapsulation?
Uh, Bringing it back together,
Hmm?
making it back together, putting it together.
Putting it together. No. What is encapsulation?
So layer more सिक्योरिटी जैसा ना ऐड होता है एक लेयर ऐड होता है more प्रोटेक्शन का जैसा
Encapsulating means putting another cover.
हाँ कवरिंग
Okay, like you have a segment, it is covered by another cover, you can say, which is a packet. That is encapsulation. Encapsulation is that, putting another cover. Okay, Minal,
Yes, sir.
उसको encapsulation बोलेंगे, putting another cover. All right. So in this case, what is happening? It will treat the segment as data and it will attach one more header to it. In that header, what will be there in that header? What are we going to have in that header?
for physical destination address
Hmm?
Sir,
destination
IP address.
IP address, yes, source IP address and destination IP address.
Yes, source and destination IP address,
Hmm.
data itself.
Yeah, source and destination IP address it will have. Okay. It will have source and destination IP address. So it is treating segment, pure segment ko it will treat as a data and it will attach one header. Okay.
yes ऐड वो मतलब वो एक बार कवरिंग है
Hmm. That's why it's called encapsulation. इसलिए उसको encapsulation बोला. So this part is very important. So this become packet. जो segment था network layer में वो packet बन गया. In network layer we call it as packet. All right.
ये जो सेकंड वाला है फोटो में वो ये ना सर ये
हाँ बराबर.
है ना
Correct.
ये पैकेट
It became a packet. Then next layer क्या करता है? What is the job of data link layer? या फ्रेम क्या करेगा? मैडम, data link layer is what it is doing. Data link layer. Minal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I was talking on mute. Sir, this data link layer also puts another cover.
Correct.
And it makes the packets into frames by
Correct.
adding headers, which again, but this time it header has source and destination physical address.
Source and destination physical address.
Yes, in data link layer.
Hmm. Correct.
It adds trailer also.
Hmm.
In data link layer is also in data link layer also detects the errors.
Hmm. In trailer, what is there in the trailer? Rian, tell me. What is there in the trailer?
पहले हेडर रहता है,
Hmm.
then बीच में उसका पैकेट रहता है, then उसके बाद बीच में डेटा होता है, और उसके बाद लास्ट में ये होता है ट्रेलर
सेगमेंट होता है ना?
सेगमेंट. हाँ,
नहीं, ट्रेलर में क्या रहेगा? ट्रेलर के अंदर क्या? व्हाट इज द जॉब ऑफ ट्रेलर देयर? दैट्स व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग.
ट्रेलर तो सर वो
व्हाट इज जॉब ऑफ ट्रेलर?
डेटा स्टोर करता है,
Hmm.
डेटा स्टोर करता है ट्रेलर में. जैसे हेडर हमारा फिजिकल एड्रेस स्टोर करता है, ट्रेलर हमारा डेस्टिनेशन एड्रेस. ऐसा है क्या?
ट्रेलर अपना? नहीं 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 नहीं. नो 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 नो. व्हाट इज जॉब ऑफ ट्रेलर, मीनल? टेल मी.
It contains frame check sequence, that is the error detection.
How
It
frame check
contains
sequence works? How is it working? How the frame check sequence is working?
um, sir, it has to check for the protocols.
No. Frame check sequence is actually some mathematics which is performed on the rest of the data, including headers. Okay, so the result of mathematics it's stored as a frame check sequence. कुछ मैथमेटिक्स परफॉर्म होगा उसके ऊपर और उसका जो रिजल्ट है फ्रेम चेक सीक्वेंस में स्टोर होगा, राइट?
Right.
ट्रेलर सर वो मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन स्टोर करता है. ट्रेलर वो मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन स्टोर करता है, जिससे हमें एरर्स मालूम पड़ते हैं. डायग्राम में वो है फॉर एरर चेकिंग.
तो मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन स्टोर करेगा and when this frame goes to the destination will recalculate that, will apply the same mathematics, you can say, and get the answer, right? So if the data has not changed, then what the destination is calculating and what the sender has sent, it should be same, right? समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
So sender ने FCC calculate किया, frame check sequence calculate किया and gives it to the destination receiver. The receiver receives that frame and the receiver will recalculate. And what FCC receiver gets and what sender has sent, it should match.
Yes.
If both are matching, then only the frame is accepted. But if there's a mismatch, that means what is happening when the
Error.
frame actually got received, the data in the frame got changed. It means that is the meaning of that, and that's why it will reject the frame. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Is this clear, Minal? The concept
Yes,
of frame check sequence is perfectly all right. समझा ना? अभी भूलेंगे तो नहीं?
No, sir, I'm also writing it down.
Okay, great. So that's why we say data link layer is responsible for error detection. It detects error, no? So that's why we say data link layer is responsible for error detection. Right?
Yes.
But if this frame is containing error, it's rejected. So what will happen? It will not go up, right? The receiver will not receive that piece of data. So how that correction is done, how it will recover from the error, can you tell me? So the data link layer has rejected the frame, okay?
वो ऊपर नहीं जाएगा.
So receiver will not receive that piece of data. That piece is lost, right?
Yes, sir.
So how the receiver is going to recover from this?
फिर से सेंड करना पड़ेगा हमको.
Hmm?
वो डेटा हमें फिर से स्टार्टिंग से सेंड करना पड़ेगा. वो रिवर्ट नहीं होगा ना डेटा सर. वो रिवर्ट नहीं होता है ना डेटा.
कैसे कौन who will ask for resending? That's my question. I told you in the last session. Yes, Minal, do you remember how it will be retransmitted, or who will request for retransmission? Do you remember that?
आपने बोला था सर. व्हाट्सएप का मैसेज नहीं गया तो फिर से हम
So I'm trying to think.
Hmm.
If so the data is lost because of the calculations not matching. That is the scenario, right?
Ah.
Then who will ask for the remaining data to be resent?
Hmm. But which layer will ask for resending, retransmission?
Transport layer, sir?
Yes, transport layer, because transport layer will not be is keeping a count of the segments, right? If the segment
Yes.
is not coming, then what will happen? Transport layer will ask for retransmission.
वो अपने आप भेज देता है
Hmm.
डिटेक्ट करके या फिर
The transport layer will wait for some time for segment to arrive. There's some time count, right? Transport layer knows how many segments are expected to come. But if it doesn't come within a time period, then what will happen? Transport layer will ask for retransmission. It will say retransmit. So it will ask for retransmission. Getting me? So that is how the thing works. So that's why we say data link layer is responsible for error detection, whereas the transport layer is responsible for
डेटा ट्रांसमिशन.
error recovery.
एरर रिकवरी.
Okay, clear, Minal? You written it down?
Yes, sir. I have written down that data link layer detects the failed data transmission, and the transport layer will ask for retransmission of data when that also called as error recovery.
Correct. That's right. Okay. Then what is the job of physical layer?
Transmits the data in binary and zeros, zero and ones.
Okay. You tell me, Minal, what is the job of physical layer?
So the physical layer translates the data from digital medium
Hmm.
as and medium like to the uh, to the receiver or receptive transmission medium like wires and optical fibers.
Hmm.
Also, the physical layer understands the data in zeros and ones.
Physical layer will treat the data as zeros and ones.
Yes,
Physical layer treats the data in zeros and ones. Okay.
yes.
So and depending on the physical medium, it's a electrical or optical or whatever, depending on that it will convert. Like if it's a wireless medium, it will convert that ones and zeros into wireless signals. If it is electrical medium, it will convert into voltage levels, right?
Yes, sir.
So depending on that, it is going to do the job. Getting?
Yes, sir.
So once again, you said there's a difference between wireless opticals and electrical. Could you just explain that?
Electrical means if you have physical cables, so it will convert those ones and zeros into electrical signals, voltage levels, basically. If it is wireless, then it will convert that 1 and 0 into wireless frequencies. You know,
Sound.
wireless frequencies. जैसे आपका मोबाइल डेटा कैसे जाता है, मोबाइल पे आप वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन, इट्स ऑल इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स, it converts into that. And if it is optical, so it will convert into light form. So there are protocols for all of these. Depending on the media which we are using, we have the protocol.
Yes, sir.
So depending on that is going to do the job. Getting?
Yes, sir.
In electrical, the zeros and one will be converted to voltage. In wireless, it will be converted to electromagnetic waves. And what
Hmm.
was the last one?
Optical.
Optical fibers.
It will come into light form, light signals. So we have protocols for doing that job. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I also explained you how this uh, data is traveling.
Yes, sir.
We saw switch and router also. Switch has how many layers? Switch has how many layers? Yes, can you tell me?
Physical and data link.
Sir, switch has two layers.
Yeah, physical layer and data
Data
link
link.
layer. So
Data
that's
link
why it's
layer.
called as, that's why it is called as L2 device. L2. And
Router has
router has how many layers?
Three layers, sir.
Yeah, what are the three layers for the router?
Network, data link, and physical layer, sir.
Network layer, data link layer, and physical layer.
physical layer.
So router has three layers, whereas switch has got two layers.
Yes, sir.
Does router, do we call routers L3 device then?
Yeah, router is a L3 device.
And L stands for levels.
Layer.
Layers.
Layer 3, layer 2, like that. Okay. So what is how the journey of data is like? Last time I gave you one example also, like how the physical address keeps changing.
Yes.
So do you remember that story?
Yes,
Just
sir.
remember, just give me 2 minutes. Just give me a minute. Huh? I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so can anybody relate that story? कौन बोल सकता है story? अब्दुल शब्दुल नहीं ये सिर्फ अब्दुल की story है. Yes, Minal, you remember stories a lot. Tell me.
Sir, I remember the story.
Tell.
But the term that you used once they get down and again they get into the plane, what was that term that you used?
No, tell the story. I'll correct you in between. Please tell the story.
So there's this person who lives in Kondwa and wants
Just a
to go
second.
to
I'll put
Dubai.
in the speaker mode. Just a second, so that Rian can also hear your story. Just a second. Yeah, tell me.
Uh, there's this person who lives in Kondwa and he wants to go to Dubai. So he gets down from his house, gets into the cab, And
that person is packet. That person
yes,
is packet because he knows the source and destination. Source is Konwa, destination is Dubai.
yes.
So he's like a packet, right? Bolo.
And so the package he gets into the cab.
Hmm.
Okay, then he goes to
So when he
airport.
sits in the cab, the
Yes,
cab is like a frame now,
same
and it will have physical address. What physical address it will have?
airport.
सोर्स एंड डेस्टिनेशन भाई मैडम
Source and
कहाँ
destination.
से आया है कहाँ तुझे जाना है ये चीज ध्यान में रखो हाँ so from where it's starting and where it wants to go
Yes, sir.
hmm?
So it's starting from his house.
हाँ so that is his house address is the physical address source physical address and where he wants to go
He is going first to the airport.
so airport is the destination physical address
Destination physical address.
कैब कैब जब बुक
And
करेंगे
he's
ऊबर
sitting
से
in the cab.
वेट अ मिनट मैडम वेट अ मिनट जब आप कैब उबर से बुक करेंगे तो वो डालते हैं ना आप एड्रेस फिजिकल एड्रेस एंड
Yes,
डेस्टिनेशन
sir.
डाला कि नहीं डाला वो
Yes, sir.
फिजिकल एड्रेस हुआ so the Abdullah when he sits in the cab he becomes frame now encapsulate हो गया ना कवर हो गया got it
Yes, yes,
बोलो
sir.
आगे बोलो गाड़ी आगे चलने दो
Okay. Then he gets down at the airport. Okay.
he
And
reaches airport right he writes
destination address is the airport.
hmm.
He gets down there. Then he gets into the airport and he travels towards his terminal. Then again he becomes a packet. Then
At the airport he will look at the table routing table
the table, yes,
airport is like a router
yes,
so he will look there that कहाँ से आया कहाँ जाना है he wants to go to Dubai but there is no direct flight so first he has to go to Saudi Arabia right so he will take up that
yes,
flight which will take him to Saudi Arabia okay so he
yes,
sits
sir.
in the flight so flight पे क्या physical address आ गए destination Saudi Arabia source क्या
Source
पुणे एयरपोर्ट
airport, sir.
हाँ पुणे एयरपोर्ट
Pune
प्लेन
airport.
बन गया राइट
Yes,
वो प्लेन लेके फ्लाई किया उसने
yes. Again, ये frame. Then
he lands there
he lands in Saudi
कहाँ
Arabia.
लैंड किया वो
Saudi Arabia airport.
सऊदी अरेबिया में कि कोई माउंटेन पे लैंड हो गया सऊदी
Yes,
एयरपोर्ट
sir. Airport. Saudi Arabia airport.
ओके
Which
सो
is
अगेन ही बिकेम पैकेट वो फ्रेम छोड़ दिया उसने
uh,
became packet again he will look at the routing table there this is another router this second airport is like another router so again he will see right
yes,
और वहां से उसको again he will take another flight
another flight to
तो
Dubai.
again frame बन गया वो
Yes.
physical address क्या हुआ
Abhi now his source physical address is now Saudi Arabia airport and destination physical address will be Dubai airport.
yes so frame is the plane is the frame right
Plane
लेके
becomes the frame.
then he lands there
Then he gets into the cab, which is again a frame.
hmm.
And now the source
He
address
becomes packet again when he gets down from the plane it becomes
yes.
packet madam
packet. He becomes packet and then he gets into the cab, then he becomes frame. Now the source address this time becomes Dubai airport and the destination address becomes the hotel where he is going.
hmm.
Then he gets down from the cab, he becomes packet. Then he gets into the lift, he becomes frame.
Very good.
Then-
Lift ध्यान में रहा चलो God bless you. लिफ्ट में चढ़ने के पहले वो आवाज लगाता भाई तुम किधर हो
कौन से फ्लोर पे हो?
That is ARP protocol, address resolution protocol. He knows the person's address but उसका हाउस नंबर पता नहीं फिजिकल एड्रेस पता नहीं तो he shouts and he says अरे मैं सेकंड थर्ड फ्लोर पे हूँ तो फिर वो लिफ्ट में बैठता है लिफ्ट में तीसरा बटन प्रेस करता है जाता है वापस पैकेट बन गया डिलीवर हो जाता है वो ऊपर ओके उसके घर में घुस गया तो पैकेट चला गया अंदर ओके उसको अंदर वो प्रोसेस करता है उसका उसका खीमा बनाता है फिर वो।
So what is ARP? Once again, ARP protocol. You said
हाँ?
ARP protocol.
हाँ, ARP is Address Resolution Protocol. Address Resolution Protocol. That is known as ARP.
ERP क्या होता है?
ARP. A for Apple.
ERP क्या होता है?
ERP अलग होता है मेरे भाई.
मैं ऐसा पूछ रहा था.
That is Enterprise Resource Planning. Planner. Out of the box पूछता है.
सिमिलर थे ना, तो मुझे लगा शायद सेम हो गया.
ARP is Address Resolution Protocol. Right?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
बराबर ना? बराबर 6.
Yes, sir.
So this is the journey. This is how the data goes. And this topic is very important. So I thought I will take a revision for this. इसलिए. Okay.
Yes, sir.
एक मिनट. Just a second.